Hey, this is JD79. Yes, guess what? The first time in about a year, a new BobRanch videos, and a long time since I posted a video here, and I'm gonna be talking about basically today we're gonna be talking about the whole debit card situation. And first of all, Bank of America, yeah, you got all the bailout money from the government, and now you want to charge people to use a debit card and like this. And I heard that you were charging so much for these merchants about the 44 banks. First of all, I don't think I do agree that they really do need to cut back on the merchants' banks, but I don't agree with banks that are starting to charge you or breaking a month like this. I mean, these people at these people charge enough money from their checking accounts enough. So why do you have to charge for a plastic card that you know for to you swipe your plastic card and it just gets a couple of broken data? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, checks are done. Sooner or later, we aren't going to be using this anymore. It's all going to be digital money right now. And as a matter of fact, I mean, this is what you're going to have to be liking. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, these big corporate banks that want to rip people off because of the foreclosures, and that's why we have to do it here. And again, now going on to the waivers that we have to sign here. Yes, we do sign a waiver when you go into a horseback riding. Now, this waiver is different than the waiver we signed at that Sony's shoving down our throats. Now, the waiver I signed right here at the Bobby's Ranch, provokes for equestrian activities. And I understand these waivers because these horses are unpredictable. As a matter of fact, you could, fall off. These horses could spook at any minute here. And there's nothing that they could have done about this. And of course there's nothing they could have done about it because they're serious. But the thing of what I disagree on the waiver, not this waiver, the Sony's end-user license agreements, which is basically a waiver. What I disagree on is based on the fact that they provoke breaking the law. Like if you say, hey, you see, if a horse spooks when I'm in the lessons here, there is nothing that they could do about it. And it's certainly like the horses decides to act up one day. And how could they even do anything about it here? But if I sign a waiver and say, oh, I have a rights, I can do anything I want, and I can shoot your kid if you ride a horse, that's different. I mean, that's a lawsuit there. But of course, I'm not going to sue any farm or anything because you're taking a lesson and the horse spooks and that you fall off here. I mean, these are risks that you have to take, and that's what I have to say. But for Sony, after you have to sign a waiver saying we can't sue for anything after you were negligent of people's personal information data after you're stolen, how am I supposed to sign this through an arbitration and through Supreme Court? I mean, now, of course, lower things I would do it for arbitration, like this here. Say, hey, now I'm not going to do it for arbitration for one person's yell light of death. I mean, that's not a problem here. But if this Sony continues to, lie customers and then having to pay at inflated prices, I don't think that's acceptable. And that's basically what it is here. The whole point about, what I'm going to be talking about is the whole point of big corporate greeds doing this here. Now, I probably will reduce the things here. We're going to have to look at why our people are homeless, why people can't afford stuff is because of the big corporations. And that's what it is. Of course, I want everybody to have a system. I just want to have this is Sony. I just want to have a system that works. I just want to have I just want to have great games. I want to have more platforms. I want to have, and also the 21st century. I mean, the downloadable content should be not on the discs but on the things. And why in Little Big Planet 2 it's only 111 Ks? I mean, if that's the case, you should have released the pack entirely and unlockable for payment 6 instead of the 13th. I mean, we need to wait for a week for that. I mean, that's the issue here. And we're going to talk more about that later on tonight with Jack the Bomb. I might release a recording about my thing here, about my views and stuff. But you know, certainly, big corporations. If you want to gain money, you got to care for your customers. I mean, customers like me in video games have a vision, and the vision is that I would love to see a perfect world in when we can create stuff as well as the other people can download stuff. I mean, this is what the internet. This is what we love from the internet, and to take advantage of the internet is that, you know, in Little Big Planet, people. I mean, I do have very deep respects with Media Molecule and San Diego Studios because it actually opens up the opportunity to create, and I mean, that's what I have to say. But if you screw your customers, I mean, customers are going to screw with you. They're going to give you the middle finger. And if you decide to overcharge in debit cards in your banks, of course customers are going to close their account and give you the middle finger. And if you be fair to your customers, and customers want to have a vision, say, hey, what do you want to have next and stuff, and the people having the suggestion box and they have the next and stuff. I mean, that's how we advance in technology. I mean, if you take care of your customers, listen to what your customers is, we can actually advance in gaming in the future. But I don't accept the word of their you know, their corporation of greeting on your customers, don't care about them. You can't advance. I mean, the industry can't advance this way. Of course, it costs money, but you got to take care of your customers. And this is me. I would like to go back to reviewing as once things settle down for them and when they start caring for our customers. I love to do video games reviews. Yeah, there are people saying, why aren't you doing great video games reviews? It's because of the greedy companies we're dealing with now. And EA, obey the freaking laws, man. Or there you are going to get sued no matter what. And that's what I have to say. This is not paper. And that's what I have to say. And JD signing off.